it's Jodi day,
It is Jodi
and
Day.
my phone is dinging on me. Hi, everybody. Heyo.
Hello. I'm just thinking, this of course last minute, I've got to put a link to your channel in my chat and
Hmm?
then pin it.
Yeah, I already did that. This is for you who are completely new. We are dual streaming this, and you can find Dave's stream on the. It's pinned on the top of my chat. You can find. Oh,
Oh, there we go.
there we go. Okay, so yeah, and
Salvador.
sound off.
All right. We are good to go now. No
Yeah.
matter where we are or what we're doing. Last Jodi stream, I was in Sweden. Now I'm in Houston. Or actually, I'm in Galveston. And no matter what's happening or where we are, on Tuesdays and Saturdays at noon Eastern, 6 p.m. Swedish time, we do Jodi.
Yeah. And we are up at day 17 already.
Day 17.
Yeah, part
So
2.
if you guys missed day 17 part 1, we had a lot of smexy phone talky, which for some reason was interesting that she recorded it, but she did.
Yeah.
And so today we have more of that. We're gonna, I don't know how much, if we're gonna get through the entirety of day 17. I think we should be able to, but
Yeah.
yeah, we get more of that for sure.
Yeah, and it cringe, and but everyone from, I mean, it's a bit different when you talk dirty to your significant other and listening to when others do it.
Right?
But for some it's a kink, for some it's not, and for me it's not. Sal says, "Don't dare speed it up." Oh.
And to Bobby, yes, I specifically went out this morning and bought this shirt because I knew I was doing a stream today.
Oh.
Indigo says, "Welcome to Texas." Thank you very much with the
Hey.
199 super chat.
So David takes the lead.
Yes, and I shall maintain it. I need
Yeah.
to pay for these vacations, you know.
Well, today, coffee with a little bit of licorice powder in it, and cider. Oh, okay.
They are bad at sexy time. Stray says they are very bad at it. Well, I think the problem is they're both a little naive about what other people are doing, and they think this is like risque stuff, and it's not. It's very vanilla. It's very plain. It's stuff that everyone does with everyone, but they think it's so like risky and exotic that they're getting off on it, really, and it's just. It's kind of funny when you think about it in that context, and then it's really cringy and it's laughable. I think, like Bobby said, it doesn't matter who they are, what's going on. Listening to someone else's sexy talk is always going to be funny. So,
Yeah. Oh,
stop by to tickle the thingy.
are you down? Are you in Houston or down in Galveston?
I'm in Galveston today. I flew in to Houston. We drove down to Galveston, so I'm on the beach. I was gonna try to have the beach as my background, but the backlight was so bad. But you can kind of see the beach.
Oh,
Maybe.
You-
You can't really see it. The backlight is really bad. But anyway, so I'm right on the beach, and then tomorrow I'm heading to Houston.
okay. Have you been to that aquarium of sorts? Yeah.
I'm going tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm gonna go. I hear it's a really cool aquarium.
Yeah. I haven't been there in 7 years, but
Oh,
apparently
wow.
it's still there. So,
Yeah, it's supposed to be really cool. And
yeah.
Neo Dark Matter says on the Gulf, cool. Yes, just went swimming in. It's like bathwater compared to where I swam in Sweden. That little strait. Oh,
Yeah.
that was cold. This is nice. This is really like bathwater.
But that little strait in between Denmark and Sweden, yeah, the water comes from the Nordic Sea and the Kattegat. that's cold. I
It's,
mean,
it was a little
yeah,
chilly.
absolutely. Ugh.
But we're not here for all of that. We're here
No,
for Jodi. We're here
we
for
are.
Jodi and her holes and how she, in great detail, probably more detail than she needs, explains to Travis what she plans on doing with her holes. And that's what we're here for today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and let's see. There.
I did
Nope.
buy a shirt for
Oh,
Jung. Jung is the one who suggested I have a shirt.
oh, nice. Well, I have my Ozzy Osbourne T-shirt on, so
Nice.
yeah. This
Wish-
sometimes that pisses people in the office off when I come in with a nice jacket and a heavy metal band T-shirt. Ah, but I am getting too old to give a. Yeah.
It's nice. I'm looking forward to that day when I can not care. I'm old. I'm too old to care.
Hmm. I mean, I still have rough. I still have rough. Oh, well, I reckon I have a decade left before I can start uh, thinking about pension and stuff like that. I've saved up and I had a farm and everything, but well, let's just say if the channel takes off immensely, yeah, that might come sooner, of sorts. At least stepping down a bit, maybe working half time, or just take the cases I want, not the crap that is sent to me, because I'm the one of you that can handle it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got an alert for you today, so that's good. I didn't get any alert for you when you were streaming the Witless case, kidnapping case.
Really?
Yep, no alert.
If I go into my mail, oh yeah, I got your now. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How about you in chat? Did you get a notification, or is YouTube still horrible with that?
I think we have a conspiracy here.
Yeah. Yeah. But we are
My
Oh,
internet
Neil,
is weak. I have a feeling I might freeze up a little.
okay. Well, I can talk for the both of us. So, and tell everybody on your stream to get to my stream and press that thumbs up. And yeah, let's see if David wins today. I had 3 wins in a row in the thumbs up war. But then I got sick. I blame you.
It happens.
It happens, yeah. But okay, we have 2 hours. But then we might have a break in the middle. We should get through the rest of the day.
Yep.
Yep. So are you all ready?
I'm
Let's have a
prepared to
swoop.
turn off my camera when things get really cringy. I forgot about your transition.
I haven't used it in a while. I keep forgetting about it. And for you who wonder what the actual F was, that is a Norwegian fire farting dragon. Want to see it again? No? I don't care. All right. Yeah. Let's move along. Let's see what today brings. Oh. Oh, singing.
He's singing. Forgot about this.
That's cruel and unusual. Now I start to understand the stabby part. Like, if he started singing that day after the hanky panky, yeah, I might go there too.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this the Rolling on a River song that you're singing?
No, trucker. Got my chicken, keep trucking. Like a good old man together.
Jesus Christ.
Of course.
Got it.
Stop singing!
What is he saying?
But I love the way you sing
Everyone's heard trucker.
it. You are so cute right now.
No, seriously, everyone's heard trucker.
Not Jodi.
It's great.
These songs you sing to me, and I'm like, I've never heard it. And you're like, what?
The Grateful Dead is one of the most famous and amazing bands of all time, yeah.
It's true, and I've never really listened to them. Yes.
I don't look like the music, but I love trucking.
Did I tell you I sang the song "Hurt"
I'm gonna
in
try
karaoke?
to set a different Wi-Fi.
I don't know, maybe.
Do you know that song?
I don't know, maybe.
9 Inch Nails originally made the song, and then Johnny Cash.
Oh, yeah, I heard most of else to do. Yeah, you did tell me that.
But I put my
That's Johnny Cash version.
yeah, it's the soft version. I put my girly voice into it, and it was really good.
It's funny.
I'm nervous about singing the national anthem.
Oh, say,
Can you see?
can you look at blue by the morning and sky blue? But so hard we stay blue at the twilight.
I don't think we are going to be copyright struck with this.
The bomb trusting with the glare blue that I gave proof in the night. With a flag made of real hair.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, he says that the English banner
No, you didn't.
for the land of the brave and all of the brave too.
Shut up. Anyone knows the defiled version of that song, it would be you. That's hilarious. I can't believe you're singing that.
That's right.
Never again, my friend. That's an important song. I'm so digging the song that's on my profile on MySpace right now. It's called Clumsy by Fergie. It's the...
Oh, I know.
Huh?
I've heard it on your profile.
I know, but and I know it's like one of those songs that you just would get sick of hearing. But it's just got this fun, funky beat. And I like the part when she goes, and it's so freaking cheese. It is cheese puff as they get, but it's just cute. And she goes, you know, this ain't the first time where I've been like something about this love sick thing. And she goes, I'm the kind of girl that likes to be in a serious relationship, and every time my boyfriend breaks up with me, my world is crushed and I'm all alone. I like it when that part is like I was hearing that, I was like, this is freaking cheesy. But then she goes, the love bug jumps right up and bites me, and I'm back. Freaking cute. Can't help it. The girl can't help it. I like when she goes, the love bug jumps right back up and bites me, and I'm back.
She's got weird music.
She's what?
She got weird music.
Yeah, she does. She's funky.
Like that.
She's original, which is good. We always like funky, fresh originality. I always think
I like it better with Black Eyed Peas, honestly.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know a lot of her music too much. as a single artist. In fact, I don't know Black Eyed Peas music too much. I just know that I like it.
Is she gonna sing Fergie?
Let's get started. That's them. That's Peggy. Let's get it started. Oh, let's get it started in here.
We have Jodi singing in on my Discord, by the way.
That's cool. I didn't like the hump song.
My lovely lady humps.
I thought it was hilarious the way Alanis Morissette made fun of her.
My house.
My love, my lovely lady love.
What I don't realize is like, Alanis Morissette, like, okay, obviously she's making fun of that song. Is she making fun of herself, too, by the weird way she sings everything? Or is she being serious on that part?
The weird way she sings things is kind of like her signature. Just like she
I know, but
her own weird way of seeing things. When I first heard
I know, but it's just like sometimes it's like too much.
yeah, it's a little bit like exaggerated. And she kind of has that long face and those big, like almost Steven Tyler kind of lips.
Yeah.
And so it exaggerates it. Like, have you ever watched her sing the song, You've already won me over.
Oh, head over feet. Finally, so don't be alone. Start fall.
Well,
Head over feet.
feet. And
Don't be surprised if I love you. For all
Flirt.
that you are.
Flirts.
I'd rather turn over.
Yeah, I would be ashamed too, Jodi.
You are.
Answer that video. It's of her singing into the camera, and she kind of has her own, like, her lips move in a way, and her mouth and her tongue. It's like all her own.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she just does that.
You are the best. An unconventional thing.
You
You have your breath. And the door for me.
Thanks for your patience. She does it
They're
on
gonna play
harmonica.
this whole recording, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a sick song.
Yeah, those three. Those
You
are
know, funny is on
Travis's
the
sister
radio,
or
like, on
sisters and brother.
The radio host was like, you know, X amount of dollars to whoever can, you know, 10th caller, whoever can guess who this is, kind of thing. And it was
I
somebody
am
saying happy birthday,
buying
happy
lottery
birthday to you.
tickets
It was like a
today.
ballad, and the end was like, happy
Because I-
birthday to you, or something. And it
That's
was
how she
freaking Alanis
sounds in the
Morissette, like
Jailhouse
some
video
early
we have
recording
on
of her
Discord.
singing for her friend. And once you realize it was her, it's like, oh yeah.
I'm buying
totally
lottery
her
tickets
voice.
today
And she
because
even then, she kinda had
this suffering
her own
must
style.
have an upside too.
It was funny.
Was it good? Or?
It was good. It was good. It wasn't
This is
studio,
Icky Flex says.
but you could tell it was her voice after.
She was
Um,
in Canada first year.
BL, this Jodi
Oh, really?
recorded all of these.
Wow.
Like Shakira was huge in Colombia
Yep.
before she,
Yeah,
and then
this
most
is-
of the
I don't know why she
Hispanics
recorded it,
before
but
she
she
made
did.
it in the U.S.
She is the original Amber
You know
Hood.
that she dated Dave Coulier.
She is.
Where's that?
He's Joey on Full House.
Show.
That's
yeah.
Joey. Yeah, the goofy one. Took some bully cool.
Swedish state
The white
lottery
boy?
is up to $18 million.
Yeah.
So
White.
yeah, sure, I can spend $10 on that.
Shakira dated him?
No, well, that's more sad.
Oh. I didn't know that. When?
Before
This is
the
pink
Automatic
peeling
songs,
awful.
the Automatic songs about him.
Shut up. How do you forget that?
I did my homework.
Angela and I were just singing that the other day. And every time I scratch my nail down someone else's back, I hope you feel it. Well, can you feel it?
Oh,
You know
that's
that
a
song?
perfect song for Jodi.
Super hit.
Yeah, it came out at a big
Do you know
hit
that song,
right
Nick?
about the time I moved to Puerto Rico.
About a jilted ex-girlfriend
I remember
that just can't get over the guy.
watching
she's
it on
like,
MTV.
I hope you're thinking of me when you F her and all kinds of stuff.
To remind I fast forwarded the part because it says, "Are you thinking of me when you ask for a ride?" And I was like, I fast forwarded that
See,
part.
she
Angela
just
wouldn't hear,
quoted
but she heard the part where and she didn't know the difference because she doesn't know that song too well. It's not one of her, high school hits, for example. But she heard the part when she's like, "Would she go down on you in a theater?" I looked at Angela when she said that, and she starts laughing. She's like, "What?" What's cute about Angela is she's freaking messed up. She doesn't even know right from wrong lately, but she's still so innocent. I think she's just stupid. I love the girl. She's my sister, but I honestly think she's a little bit dumb.
Oh,
But I love her.
really?
I love her.
I speak by that deep, sleepy, sexy voice. It makes me want to cuddle with you.
Is getting tired.
I can tell, because then you start to slur your words. And you kind of quiet those long pauses.
Remember, she's supposed to try to say that he's manipulating her. It sounds like she wants to be involved in this conversation.
You're cute,
Yep.
hon.
I'm cute.
Yes, you are cute.
Salvador, she's a cuddler. She likes to stay up late and chat afterwards, right, Salvador?
Yep.
Huh?
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 What?
I'll let you go, right?
Yeah, I'm sleepy.
He's a sleepy boy.
You go to sleep, eh?
I will in a little bit. Let's try to
Hot meat
astral
kettle.
project and see if we can find each other in the astral world. While we're sleeping and our astral bodies are out running around, let's see if we can find each other.
But this is after she found out he was cheating
Okay.
and the alleged SA and
Yes, on the baptism day.
You have a good night, too.
Okay, honey.
Oh,
All right, bye-bye.
good night.
Good night.
No, you hang up. No, you hang up first. No, you hang up
All right,
first.
ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a recess at this time. Please
No,
be
we were
back in the
almost there.
designated area at 10 minutes till 3,
Who's
and
that?
we'll start promptly at that
oh,
time. Please.
they're showing scenery.
That's
Is
the
that the
Capitol.
White House?
That's the. It looks like the Capitol building.
Okay.
That's weird. Is it the capital of Mesa? There we go. Or I mean, the capital of Arizona. Is Mesa the capital of Arizona?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I agree 100% with you, Stray. She misses him. It's exuding from the pores. Yep.
Yeah.
If he had just loved
Bring
her
the joy.
back a little more. Oh, Phoenix is the capital of Arizona. Well, usually I feel like Phoenix is the biggest city, and it's usually not always the biggest city. That's the capital.
Got a visitor.
Oh, that damn cat.
Yeah.
Indigo hates the bangs. The little wispy bangs, they're barely there. Oh, hang on a second.
Please be seated. The record will show the presence of the jury, the defendant, and all counsel. Mr. Nermi, you may continue.
Thank you, Your Honor. Jodi, the conversation we just heard before the break, when did that take place?
May 10th, 2008.
Where were you when that conversation took place?
I was at my grandparents' home in Wairika, California.
You're having phone
You
sex
living
in
there
your
at the time?
grandparents'
Yes.
home. Jesus.
When did you move back?
You know, those
Sometime
walls are
like
thin.
somewhere in the first half of
Yeah.
April, 2008.
Okay. What motivated, to your understanding, how did you wind up having this conversation with Mr. Alexander?
Those kinds of conversations were something we began to have on a regular basis after I moved back. And that day, I can't remember if we were talking or chatting, but he said something kind of mean and I got offended, and then we got online and started chatting about it. And the conversation turned sexual again, and he wanted to get off the phone
Because
so that we
you
could
brought it
further
up.
the conversation. So I told him I needed a little bit of time to psych myself out of the bad mood, the sad mood I was in, because I didn't want to talk to him in that kind of mood. At least that wasn't the mood he wanted me to be in. So after that, we logged off, and I think I called him a little while later.
And the recording of the conversation, do you know how that came to exist?
Yes, when I got my Helio phone the day I moved out of Arizona. The phone that I had was a Motorola Razor, and I put it in the drink cup holder in the U-Haul truck, and I went to sleep inside the truck. And when I woke up in the morning, I realized that I set it in the bottom of the drink holder was a whole bunch of hot chocolate that had spilled the day before, and it basically soaked in hot chocolate all night. So my phone didn't work anymore.
So
I
many
met up with
details.
Gus Searcy somewhere in Southern California. He had a free phone deal, and he let me have the Helio.
Here we go into
And I agreed to pay him for it. But
unimportant
I don't know how that
details.
worked out. And so as I had this phone and figuring out the features, and then I realized we can record on it, and I told Travis, and we joked about recording it, and then we tried that, and a few times I failed at it because you have to hit a record button on the phone.
Why did you
and
record
then
the
if you
phone calls?
hang up the phone
Because I enjoyed them and I wanted
at the end of
a
the conversation.
Yeah.
record of them.
Oh,
Whatever.
Texas background sounds.
Oh, yeah. The ambulance.
Yeah. No, that will be one of the questions from the prosecution on cross. Why did you record it?
I accidentally recorded it, Pixie says.
Oh.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's a new phone. I didn't know how it worked.
Yeah, no. On these late mid-noughts Samsung, you have to actively go in or in the app and press play and press record. I had one back in the day, and that's no accident. You actively have to go into the app, or not the app in that case. But you actively have to press record. So no, I don't buy that. But yeah.
Before hitting save, then it doesn't save the conversation. So he liked, when we recorded things like that, he liked to
Objection
play it back.
hearsay.
And so the first few times I forgot to save it because it went all one long recording, and then I would hang up not thinking and lost the recording, and he would get upset. So
Sure.
throughout the conversation, I
Sure.
began to hit save so that I didn't forget. So at least even if I forgot at the last one, at least a portion of it previously.
So
was
he
saved.
wanted them recorded.
So you recorded it?
Yeah, we
at
can
his
really hear
request.
that in the conversation that he
Yes.
says, "Are you recording? Are you recording? Are you recording? Are you recording?"
I want to ask you about some of what we heard on the tape. Early on, there was a discussion about Abe and a compliment he was making to you that was an insult to Travis that you should have corrected. What, do you know what that was a reference to?
Yes, that was when we were in Oklahoma City in March 2007, and that's when Abe said, "You deserve better," and he didn't mean it like in a way like you deserve me instead of him, just in a way that he thought I deserved better, to be treated better, and I took that as a compliment because that meant to me that that he saw me as enough value that I needed to be treated better, and I didn't say anything to change his mind or anything, and I wasn't even going to tell Travis until he demanded to know what we're talking about, and I wanted to be open, forthright in our relationship. So I told.
And by demanding to know, that was when he grabbed your arm by the elevators?
Well,
It
that's
wasn't by
needy.
the elevators outside the crowd, right at the edge of the crowd, but yes, that's when.
There was also, and just so we're clear, when we say Abe, we're talking about Abe Abdallah, right?
Abdel Hadi.
Abdul-Hadi, excuse me.
Abracadabra.
And Mr. Abdul-Hadi was also mentioned that Travis made a comment about he was going to kick Abe's ass in the bathroom. I gave a whip your A vibe to him,
Yes.
relating to kissing you. Can you explain to us what the backstory of that is?
Yes. When Abe and I went on a date in January
I don't have
2007,
ads
prior to Travis,
in my stream.
we were in Barnes and Noble and looking
Oh,
at books, and
YouTube
he said
are
something,
rolling
and I
out.
went to look at him, and he leaned in
Hold
and
on.
kissed me.
YouTube is apparently rolling out this fall that you will get ads in the middle of stream,
Yeah.
and I there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, they're not supposed to. But
Because I haven't put in ads in my stream. Let's check
do they have?
monetization,
Do they make extra
live
long
ad
times?
settings. No. What I have is the display ad. That's the ones that you see in the corner. Sometimes they show up.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't have. But this isn't the first time either. In one of my videos I posted a month ago, Gigi said she had it was an 8-minute video and she got 4 ads or something like that. I have no ads in my 8-minute videos.
Weird.
Yeah. And yeah, thank you. Yeah. But having
Yeah, the
ads,
only thing I have is display ads set up in mine.
yeah. And yeah, because it's disruptive in the flow.
Yeah, especially
That
a live stream.
you're hearing Jodi Arias lying through her backside, and all of a sudden, coffee was I don't know. What I do have is that I've gone way into the what kind of ads I will show, and you shouldn't have gamble ads or Bitcoin ads or anything of these scammy ads. You shouldn't have. If you get those, tell me. Oh, you got an alcohol ad? Yeah, though. I'm Swedish. We are not allowed in Sweden to advertise for alcohol.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I have no
Yep.
restrictions on the type of ads. It's other than it's supposed to just be the little ones in the corner.
Yeah. But apparently YouTube thinks differently. And I believe they are not doing this for us law tubers and trial streams. They are doing this for these, hey, come watch my kid open a box of toys. That's the YouTube money. And but here we are. Here we are.
It's okay.
Okay, Shanigram says, I just refresh my stream when I've gotten them. Okay, yeah, that's a way to skip them, I assume.
Well, then
But-
that cuts down on your concurrent view.
Yeah,
It's a whole game.
yeah.
You know, because if she refreshes her stream, like every 30 minutes when an ad pops up, then it says that she only watched, like her views are only calculated at, oh, your average viewer only watched for 30 minutes, even though she watched the entire time. Things
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. But this ad thing, there's nothing I can do about it. Just so you know.
And I wasn't expecting that. It was kind of shy about it, even though he was nice, but it was nice, but it threw me off a little. So I pulled away and I was shy, and we didn't kiss again. We went to dinner.
Yeah,
I don't remember what else we did. Then
that's
he was walking me
YouTube
back to my car,
rollout.
and he began to kiss me more near my car. And after that, Travis had interrogated me about the dates that I had that day, because I went to lunch with John, then I went to dinner with Abe, and then I hung out with John afterward. And so I liked John a little bit more than Abe, but I was getting a platonic vibe from him. So when I described the dates to Travis, he said he picked up on that I liked John, but he asked me directly if either of them kissed me. And I said, well, Abe did in Barnes & Noble. And then I sort of trailed off, and I could tell by the tone of his voice after that he was not happy. So I never told him about the parking lot. And after, when I was getting ready to move to Wairika, we had a conversation in his bedroom a few days before I moved, and we kind of just came clean about some things that we were keeping from each other, and that was one of the things that I feel like I never told him that I should have.
You and Travis had a kind of a come clean conversation before you moved, right?
Yes. And so after he told me some things and I told him those things, and he felt like I had lied to him from day one about our relationship, and that our entire relationship was based on lies, and that I was a fraud, and that the whole relationship was fraudulent because I never told him about that incident prior to us getting together. And he thought one thing about Abe, but then and then he's like, oh, but he was kissing more with you in the parking lot, and he was just mad about it.
When you told Travis this, was he violent with you?
Yes, he was that day.
What happened?
Well, he was already upset because I had given him a pamphlet earlier about the one that I talked about yesterday. And
Was this the same day or is this a different?
same day,
Okay.
same conversation, pretty much. We had just moved on to other subject matter. And at that point, he just flipped his lid and blew up, and he threw me on the ground and got on top of me and started choking me.
When you say he started choking you, were you conscious the entire time?
I was conscious for not long. He squeezed my neck and I couldn't breathe, and everything turned gray really fast and then went black. And
Did you fear for your life that day?
it went so fast I didn't have time to think, oh my God, he's gonna kill me. The only thought I could think is I can't breathe. Like I didn't have any air. And before I really thought about it, I just started to get, like, my arm, he was on top of my waist, but my arms were free, and I thought trying to push him off, but he weighed over 200 pounds at that point. And
Lightweight.
I just
I
remember
missed that. What was she lightweight about?
my arms became like
Yeah.
red, and they just fell down on the carpet, and
Now he's trying to strangle her, and he weighs over 200 pounds. And
And when did this incident
Bobby says
occur?
she's full of it. I'm
It was
inclined to
sometime in
believe
the
Bobby.
first week of April,
Yeah.
2008.
Is this after the incident you were telling us about yesterday where you said you realized you were one of those battered women that didn't speak up?
It was about 3 months after that.
Okay. There was also talk on this phone call about a drunk chick hanging on Travis. Is that the story you told us before?
Yes.
Okay.
there should be a dollar sign on the bottom of the chat.
There was a lot of sexual activity discussed
Hey.
on this tape. Did all this sexual activity that was discussed, did that all take place before you moved back to Wairika?
The things we were talking about, yeah.
Yes.
Well, some things we were making future plans, but a lot of it was references to prior experiences.
So when you're talking about things you did, all those things happened before you moved back to Wairika, right?
Things we did, yes.
Yes.
Do we think she's better than Amber Heard?
One of the things that was brought up is that Travis always grabs your ass to prove a point. Now, early in your testimony, you told us about an incident in a truck stop in Ehrenberg. Were there other instances where Travis grabbed your ass to prove a point?
Yeah, there were other instances.
Tell us about those.
Objection, lack of foundation, time, place, date.
Telling us, Judge.
She provides the foundation.
Okay.
See.
Once was right after the executive director banquet in Oklahoma City, 2007, that same weekend that we were just discussing. We were walking out of the banquet area. We were walking down to the restrooms, and he grabbed my butt and said, and then leaned in. And,
But hang on, she just said she liked it in one of the recordings.
Yeah.
She said she liked it, and if you go back to day 17, part 1, she said she liked that when he did that. It was cute. It was funny.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It defeats the report of women who are actually abused. Yeah, I agree.
Restate the question.
He grabbed your butt. For what purpose did he grab your ass, to your understanding?
my understanding was that he grabbed it because there was a guy named Mark standing nearby, and Mark had expressed an interest in me about 2 months earlier. He was also an associate. We never went on a date or anything, but there was an interest there.
So the point he was proving was that you belonged to him?
Objection, leading speculation.
Yeah, she totally liked the
Did you
rough
believe that
play.
was the point he was proving?
What do you say?
Well, Rosie had put in chat that she totally liked the rough play, and I agree, especially based off of the statement she made in the recording that we played last week or Tuesday.
Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They had broken up at this point. She was in another state.
Right, but that's why the whole Alanis Morissette song is perfect for her, because it's about a jaded lover who can't get over the fact that her man broke up with her and is seeing somebody else.
Yeah. But she went to him. I mean, yeah.
You know about Amber Heard is... Oh, I was just looking at Lou's chat. We're good.
Speculation, what's the question?
What did she believe? Did you believe, what was your belief as to why he was doing it?
Just that he was claiming me. That's usually the only time he ever claimed me in public. And there's another guy around or something.
I guess you weren't wearing a t-shirt, huh?
No.
Objection. Speculation, which t-shirt are we talking about?
I guess you weren't wearing the t-shirt that had Travis Alexander's apostrophe S on it, right?
No.
Probably weren't wearing the shorts that said Travis's with an exclamation, or excuse me, an apostrophe, right?
No,
I'm
I
going to
never
get
wore
some of those
in
shirts in
public.
my merch
No
store.
other reason, no other way for him to claim you as his property other than you grab your ass. Is that right?
Speculation.
I know Sal has a t-shirt with Jodi's.
Does he really?
Did
That's
he
awesome.
prove this
I don't
point
know, but he should have.
of you being his on other occasions by grabbing your butt?
KTS.
Yes.
Yes. She admitted to killing him and is claiming self-defense.
Yeah.
Overruled.
So
And,
she has to have some sort of justification for it, and her justification is that he's abusive and he's been manipulating her the entire time. Now, while I agree that he's been playing with her and essentially just using her for her 3 holes, I have heard nothing yet that would justify unaliving him. But that's her defense.
yeah, and
she's-
this is after in an interview she first claimed she wasn't there. Then she was there, but somebody else did it, and those
Ninjas.
somebody else was ninjas or masked people, and but they spared her life and only told her, "Shh, don't tell anybody," because, as we all know, hired ninjas are famous for leaving witnesses behind.
Atheist Ants says, do we get to call your Mrs. MDS, making Dave simple? I guess.
Yes.
Well, yes.
Tell us about another occasion when he did that.
Well, there was the occasion in the truck stop restaurant. It was like a convenience store and a restaurant adjoining. I think it was in the convenience store, more so near the registers. And there were a bunch of truck drivers in line, and he did that. And the other occasion was the one I referenced on the tape, which would have been in Las Vegas at the convention in 2007, where he did that again in front of Abe, the same guy we were talking about.
But how does that square with your statements in your recorded video in real time, or your recorded sex tape in real time? Not sex tape, sexy phone call.
Yeah.
Where you said that you liked it. Ooh, you do it to make a point. Giggle, all that stuff.
If you are recording to collect evidence of abuse, then why are you the one initiating it? And if you want to pull him in to say some bad stuff, then don't have this phone sex that he is demanding of you, because that will show in a recording. He will start saying, "Come on now, go touch yourself." Say, yeah, something. But in the recording, she is initiating it and apparently enjoying it.
Yes, and Stray, she's not a liar. She's telling her truth. Her truth. This is before the whole woke movement. She's an innovator in so many ways. This is now her truth.
Imagine if this trial was 2018, 2017. Jesus Christ. That would have been a movement.
Moni, no, I did not just say giggle wiggle.
Was this a fairly persistent pattern with him? If he thought a guy might be interested, he would grab your butt?
Well, in public, he only did it around when he perceived other men to be watching us.
Okay. And the T-shirt he gave you, that was for the times when he wasn't around. Is that what your belief was?
No, it was a joke. He wanted me to wear it in public when we were in Huntington Beach. He wanted me to wear it into the lobby, and there were other associates there, but I refused because it was embarrassing. So I just wore it kind of as pajamas.
Another person was discussed in the tape. An individual
This guy
by the
is
name
so
of
boring.
Danny Jones,
This defense counsel.
who is
With his
let me
3
ask you
meter
this.
long
Is
tie.
Danny Jones a friend of yours or a friend of Fred's?
He was more an acquaintance of mine. I didn't really know him. We carpooled together from Gilbert to Las Vegas for one of the conventions in it was like a suburban sized vehicle, and he was in the very back and I rode shotgun, so we didn't really talk or get to know each other. So he was more a friend of Travis's.
Did Mr. Jones, referring to Danny Jones, did he ever express any kind of interest in dating you?
No.
Yeah, Mads, I would agree. With his shirt and tie combo, you think he'd be more flamboyant. Absolutely.
In the tape,
More
it
like
sounded
energetic.
as if Travis was, at least from what he told you, interested in either visiting or spending a month down there with Mr. Jones in Argentina. Had he talked about that before?
No. He talked about going to Brazil a year prior, or a year and a half before that, but no, he never went to South America.
I want to ask you then about some of the sexual behavior that took place. It was discussed on this tape that took place before you moved. There was a discussion. Well, let me ask you this. When you recorded this tape and you were living in Wairika in May of 2008, were you 12?
No.
Was this your first orgasm?
No.
Now he's getting into the details. How many was this for you, ma'am?
There was talk about Mr. Alexander performing oral sex on you when you were asleep. You made a comment about cuddling. You would be content cuddling, but he had a different agenda. Do you remember that event?
Yes.
Where did that take place?
In his bedroom, there's an oversized chair next to his bed, and I had driven most of the night, and I was kind of tired. I was very tired, actually. I fell asleep on it.
Objection, yes.
Sorry.
Jodi, what happened after you fell asleep on his oversized chair?
Yeah. Me and Dave have like wars. Since we are dual streaming, whoever has the most thumbs up at the end of the stream wins. So is whoever has the most super chats or gifted memberships and stuff like that. So
I believe I'm winning on both right now.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
Dun dun dun. You have 42 likes. I have 43.
Yeah, but I am winning on the super chats.
Yeah, you have one for $2.
I'll take the win.
I awoke to him
Oops.
pulling my pants off, and
Thank you, Bass, for gifting 20
starting to
for gifting 20 memberships. Yup. And there's a bunch of you. All of you who are gifted memberships. There's a link to my Discord on my channel. There is members only content, which mostly is about my farm and daily life and stuff like that. So thank you, Bass, for gifting 20 memberships. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Did you get any, Dave?
No, I did not. I was just looking. No gifted memberships, but that's okay. I still got my super chat. It's a super chat and like competition, not a membership gifting competition.
Oh, all of a sudden that isn't a part of the competition. Okay. Dave. Did you see this? Dave.
Yes.
Thank you, Bass. And it's been Midjosi has been a member for 4 months.
Over
4
MLS.
months.
Awesome. Thank you.
4 months of membership awesomeness. Yay!
See, now I'm pulling up both streams so I can monitor, see what's going on here.
Is that something that you wanted?
I mean, it wasn't really discussed.
So you didn't say, hey, Travis, by the way, wake me up, pull my pants off and have oral sex, perform oral sex on me?
Mm-mm. No, I didn't.
You weren't
But you
awake
still
when
enjoyed it.
these events started, right?
No, I was awoken in the process, kind of, but no, I was definitely asleep.
Come on, ladies. Who doesn't like to be woken
Now,
up
we've
like that?
heard from
Be
you that
honest.
Mr. Alexander had intercourse with you while you were asleep and now performed oral sex on you while you were asleep, or began to as you were just waking up. Did he
Look at
perform any
that.
other, did you wake
Thank
up
you,
in the middle of
Indigo.
Mr. Alexander performing any other sex acts on you?
Not that I recall.
Okay.
Jung, but you're a different sort of lady. You're closer to Jodi than most women.
There
I
was
feel.
discussion on this tape about Pop Rocks and Tootsie Pops. Could you explain to us
Yes, please.
what
No,
that means?
I want to know where the Pop Rocks go.
Yes, one night,
did it
I think it was on
fizzle
a
out?
Thursday, I was scheduled to go to my friend Lonnie's baptism. I think we had a lot of nights, but I think this was the night that he was getting baptized. And Travis asked if I wanted to come over, so I ditched the baptism and got ready to go over to his house instead. And he wanted me to dress up in a schoolgirl outfit with braids. I didn't have a schoolgirl outfit, so I looked through my closet to see if there was anything comparable. And
Let's remember she was wearing braids the day she stabby
Was
too.
there a
Yeah.
certain wardrobe that was desired for this schoolgirl outfit?
Yeah, like a private school.
Yeah,
girl.
that's Travis'
Okay,
sister.
but what do you mean? So if you could be specific, Jodi.
Well, we had discussed it briefly before, and so I don't know how specific I can be, just like a schoolgirl, maybe in a skirt with a blouse.
What else?
Knee-high stockings, Mary Jane shoes, that kind of thing.
What about underwear?
Sometimes no underwear, sometimes with the Spideys,
Sometimes what?
with the Spider-Man underwear.
Dave, Jason asked you about a Michigan case.
Yeah, I was just putting it in the chat. Send it to me again, Jason. I did not. Send it to me again, though.
Okay.
So this schoolgirl outfit, you did this on more than one occasion?
I didn't have a schoolgirl outfit.
Can we see
so I just
photographic
put something
documentation
together
of
that I
this,
thought
please,
you would
Jodi?
like instead.
Okay. And how does this,
You're muted. Muted, sir.
Sorry. The good thing about having an ER nurse as a girlfriend is that she sometimes brings it, the outfit.
Nice.
I don't mind at all. Yeah.
I don't know if that's her father, Jung. I don't know the identities of all the people in the back. I think that is, or it's her stepfather. I can't remember the story of her father.
Yeah. No, I don't remember it either. But it's either dad or stepdad. Well,
Can we wear it into court?
Yeah, I mean, as long as she shows up in a fresh outfit, I don't mind. But because I would mind if she came here with end of the shift outfit, because those can be a bit gory in the ER.
Jung, I know you say you don't want to be Jodi, but all of your comments seem to indicate like, well, I didn't really appreciate the thing that Jodi didn't appreciate, and I do have the same outfit that Jodi has, and you're just kind of lining yourself up with her.
Well, she doesn't want to be Jodi because Jodi is who she is, and yeah, and
She's
yeah,
realizing her patterns now.
yeah, yeah. It's different in as Jodi is claiming to be. Oh, I really didn't volunteer for this. I didn't bring it up, although I kind of believe she did, and being upfront. Hey, I got a kink, and sure.
But again, yes, Pixie, wearing a costume isn't that big of a deal. Well, neither is the activities that they're talking about, but they think it is. That was kind of my point. They think this is all like really taboo stuff,
Yeah.
and it's not. Wait until you decide to take your wife to a swingers party, and then when she likes the other guy more, knock her up a little bit. That's getting more in the area, But you have to really be an FBI agent in order to get to that level.
Yeah, and I think is that the case Baker is covering?
No, that was the case I'm covering.
Okay,
That was the Whitmer case. That was one of
oh, the Whitmore case, yeah. Oh, and by the way, the young thug Rico, the defense lawyers are expecting that trial to start in the end of October. And that will be a 6-month trial. So in about 5 weeks, I will have one trial and one trial alone to cover, except Jodi. And Sunday, Serial Killer Sunday. But
we have an October starting, or we have a case starting in October that I'm hoping to cover. I can't remember the name of it. I got to put some posts out there, but we have a case hopefully starting in October. Just a couple of weeks.
What?
I can't remember the name of it.
2 more ads, TikTok and something for pets. Yeah, I said it earlier. I didn't put those in. This is YouTube rollout where we don't have a choice. They are putting in ads in live streams, and hopefully it's skippable at least, so you don't have to go through a 7-minute ad for something. The worst ad I've ever gotten on YouTube is a 90-minute sermon from one of these cults. That made me refresh their video quite fast.
I can't remember the name, but it's the New Mexico teenager that unalived her baby in a hospital bathroom.
Yeah, and thank you, Gigi, for yeah. Oh, there's 2 ways to get around it. One is this, and the other one is if you have premium. If you have a YouTube Premium, you don't get ads at all, I think. And if you have YouTube Premium, I get a small percentage of that instead of them showing you ads and me getting ad payments. I get a small percentage of whatever premium. I don't know. It's like I'll actually check analytics September. For the entirety of September, YouTube Premium, $20.
Salvador wants to know, but why he keeps getting ads for herpes. Well, I will say too that if you get the premium membership, we still get the benefit of the ad revenue, even though you guys don't get to actually have to watch the ads.
Yeah, and YouTube ads is via Google ads, and they are based on your searches. So be careful of your Google search.
relate to Tootsie Pops and Pop Rocks?
He asked if I would go swing by and get those on the way over.
Where do the Pop Rocks go? That's what I want to know.
Yep. Did it
For
make
what
your love
purpose,
life
to your
fizzle
understanding?
out?
I was actually, he wanted me to get a cock ring, and it was, I didn't know where there were any adult stores around. So he looked it up for me and said there was one in Apache Junction, which was near East Mesa. And I went there while he was at home. He refused to go there. He said too many people in the community might know him. And so I went in there, dressed up in my stupid outfit, looking for a cock ring.
Wait, where did she go?
And it went
Walmart?
empty. And while I was in the store, I called him and told him they didn't have any.
Do they sell cock rings on in
She went up to
Walmart?
He said, "Go ahead
the
and
service
go to,
desk.
go get some cock." Sorry.
No, she didn't.
After you were not able to obtain the cock ring, sounds like you were then instructed to go get Tootsie Pops and Pop Rocks.
Yes.
And at that time, what was your understanding of the purpose of obtaining these items?
I didn't know what he intended them for. I imagined it was some kind of idea or play or something he would incorporate into what we were going to do.
Okay. So did you obtain these items?
Yes, I went to Walgreens.
I mean, if I were a clerk, not a clerk of courts, but Walmart clerk, and somebody, excuse me, where are the cock rings? I would get the mic out. Where do we have the
Yeah, right. Yeah, get over the intercom.
And if the boyfriend is there, do we have cock rings size small? No, I wouldn't. I actually wouldn't. But it's fun.
Well, Moni, I wasn't clear because during the phone call, it seemed to indicate that it would be the other way around. So that's why I'm curious to see what her testimony is.
Mm.
In East Mesa, and I didn't want to go in. I felt dressed really inappropriately. So I left Walgreens and I went over to Walmart, this other Walmart that I never go to, and I went in there and got that. And I think I bought some bubble bath and the Tootsie Pops and the Pop Rocks.
And when you say you went in there in that outfit, you were talking about the schoolgirl outfit or the outfit that you could best put together from that request, right?
Yes.
Did you have a coat or anything to put on over it to cover yourself up?
Yes, I wore a black jacket.
Okay.
Why does
So
the
once
black
you
jacket
have
matter?
the
Oh,
Tootsie
because she was covering
Pops
up the outfit.
and the Pop Rocks and the bubble bath, where do you go?
After I pay and leave and go to Walmart, leave from Walmart, I go to Travis's house.
Okay. And just describe for us what happens when you arrive.
I'm trying to not confuse the incidences because there were a few times that we did things like this. So, by this point, I go into the house. We had taken a bath before, but there were no bubbles. And this time there were bubbles. And we had sex in the bathtub and then again on his bed with the candy.
Okay.
Dave,
You mentioned
Pop Rocks And
Rocks?
Tootsie Roll in sexy time?
Well, that's what Moni was talking about. Because I was, I was like wondering where you would put them, but apparently they do serve a function for his pleasure. The Pop Rocks, no comment. Cheesy says Pop Rocks, no comment. The blow pops, you know, I could imagine. I don't know. I'm not one for incorporating food products, so I don't know.
Yeah.
You and Mr. Alexander took a bath together with
You know,
the bubble bath you purchased,
We
right?
need to get through this day, so I'm putting it up to
Did you
1.25.
have sexual relations in the bathtub?
Yes.
Oh, for fuck.
And what sort of sexual relations did you have?
That was one time we had vaginal sex. We actually did
The
twice in the
one
bathtub.
And
Until
why
the
was it
stabby
okay
stabby
to
date.
have a bathtub?
Well, it wasn't okay, but he said it was okay.
Objection, hearsay.
Goes to the listener, Judge. Why did he say this kind of sex was okay?
I didn't think it was serious. He said it's underwater, so it doesn't count. I mean, I agree with him.
They're expanding the definition of the Provo push, right? Well, they're soaking technically.
Yes, prior to us actually just going all the way, like, to heck with it, it's just, sleep together.
Prior to what?
Prior to it, just, we kind of reached a point during our relationship that we just began sleeping together without any boundaries or limitations.
God can't see underwater.
You mentioned that the Tootsie Pops and the Pop Rocks were involved in this session. How so?
He wanted me to put Pop Rocks in my mouth while I gave him oral sex.
And did you do that?
Yes, Moni called it.
And the Tootsie Pops, what did they turn out to be needed for?
He wanted to put the Tootsie Pop inside of me. Just spend time down there doing that, I guess you could say.
What do you mean inside?
Now
Which hole?
Inside my vagina.
Yeah, but now she is starting to avoid again. No extra details.
Yeah, she is, and which makes me think that this is truthful, but
Yeah.
not necessarily that she didn't like it or encourage it, or maybe she didn't like it. But still, does that justify the stabby stabby?
Mm.
And you allowed him?
Jesus. Okay, I am changing from router to phone. Hopefully it will...
It'll work a little better.
Yeah, I hope so.
What the heck are Tootsie Pops? Oh, so Tootsie Pops are candies. They're round. They're about yay big around, maybe a little bit smaller than a golf ball. And inside they have Tootsie Roll, and they're just on a stick. They're like a sucker. But they're about a little bit smaller than golf ball size. And apparently Jodi liked to put them places. Or at least Travis did.
Yeah, there, and let's... As you can
Tootsies
see,
are like caramel chocolatey things.
Yeah, as you can see down here, I have a good 2.5 minutes buffered, but this is again something between YouTube and StreamYard. So I'm trying to fool that by changing.
What do you mean? Yeah, exactly, Rosie. Like, why does he need to ask, what do you mean inside you? It's like, really? I mean, I guess he wants to be specific with the orifice because she has 3 of them that we've explored already in this case. So,
yeah, all of them are in evidence, which you can see on day 6, part 2.
Thank you, Lefty. I bought this shirt just for this stream.
Let's
do that.
Try,
yes.
Yeah.
Tootsie Pops are candy that eventually disappoint.
Bath, you mentioned a couple, you talked about taking a bath with him and feeling like a goddess. You talked about that on the tape. Was this the occasion you're referring to, or was there another time you took a bath with him?
That was the time prior to that.
Okay. And when was that, relatively speaking?
Valhammer Media.
I
No,
believe
you
it was
changed your name
sometime
to
in the
Media.
fall or
Thank you very
winter
much for
of
the $5 super
2007.
chat. Here to the three-hole
And
wonder.
what did
Yes.
he do to make you feel
She's
like
an amazing woman. Thank you very much for the super chat.
I came over to his house. It was kind of late, so the roommates weren't out and about. They were in their bedrooms. And he told me to meet him in the bedroom. And when I walked into the room, he had a light, kind of a decorative lamp on the side of on one of the nightstands. And it was like the shape of a candle or a cluster of candles, but it was actually, it was like a fountain. So if you pour water in it and turn it on, it bubbles over the candle and goes in the other candle, and the candle recycles the water. I think there are pebbles and things around it. So he had that on, and it had a soft glow. He had hurricane candles lit on the dresser. He had a CD playing low on the other nightstand. And then his bathroom, where there's a long hallway, he had
Porcelain
the
powder.
hallway
That's awesome.
lined up, was lit up, kind of like a runway with hurricane candles on it.
Suck on my Twizzlers. You want my Mr. Goodbar?
Red rose petals kind of just scattered down the hallway all the way to the bathtub. And the bathtub was full of hot water, and there was steam coming off of it, and there were no bubbles in that one. But there were candles in the corners of the bathtub also.
sounds like, did you perceive this as romantic?
Yes. Very.
Did that evening remain romantic?
Yes.
Did that romance include sexual intercourse?
Yes.
Of the vaginal
How is it different
type?
than the other occasion? What distinguished one evening as being feeling like a goddess and the bath that you were just talking about?
That was the same evening, like when I
No,
made that comment.
the bath you were talking about with the Tootsie Pops.
It was the Tootsie Pops and Pop Rocks were more playful and experimental, and the other was a lot more romantic.
And you preferred the latter?
If I had a choice, yes, but I would have gone with either.
What do you mean if you had a choice? Didn't you?
Well, yeah, but usually I just kind of,
I was good with
I
either.
didn't set the theme. He set the theme, and I was a willing participant.
They were both very
Comment
vanilla.
was also made about braids. Braids were hot. Was something that was said.
Braids were hot. Listen to the way he says that. This guy is so boring.
You alluded to a schoolgirl outfit, and early in your testimony, you talked about Mr. Alexander having an interest in younger women. Was the
Uh-oh.
Stop doing that.
Yeah. This is a problem I had. That's why I had to upgrade my internet. Unfortunately, you can't. Well, without spending a lot of
braids a
money.
part of this interest, or what was your understanding about the braids, or describe that for us?
The braids were, at that time I still had blonde hair, and he called me Pollyanna with the braids, that kind of thing.
Pollyanna? Who's
So yeah, I
Pollyanna?
believe it was to make me appear a little bit younger.
He liked you to look a little younger.
Yes.
Okay, so
Did he
there's a
ever
whole
ask you to act a
subsection
little
of certain websites dedicated to pigtails and schoolgirl outfits. This is not weird.
Yeah. I put in a
Yeah,
poll
time.
on my stream.
Tell us about that. Tom.
Will you be taking pointers to spice up your sex life from this trial? Yes, no, but yes, maybe.
I don't know if Pollyanna was a movie.
Your Honor, she hasn't even begun to describe.
Mother.
What's up?
Nice. It keeps buffering. And
Oh,
you can see it down here. I have minutes buffered.
I don't get it.
Describe the incident. There's no proper objection.
Make sure that she describes the place and the time.
Let me refresh.
Yeah, one time.
Tell us about that time.
Objection, foundation.
Your Honor, she hasn't even begun to describe the incident. There's no proper objection.
But Jung is talking about all the things that she would like to do that she's hearing.
Tell us about this incident. Where did it take place?
In his bedroom.
Do you remember when?
Yeah, everything she did was good up until April. April, then it went a little.
Remember it was
Went
the
a little
fall or
south.
in 2008, but it was prior to when I walked in on him. I remember that.
Prior to when you walked in on him in January of 2008, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll just check where I am.
What's that?
And I'm just checking where my internet is at the moment.
Pollyanna was a novel in 1913 and turned into a series of novels, in addition to plays and movies starting in the 20s. Okay.
This
old school
is,
Disney movie.
This is my current. It's 30,
It's not
22.
bad. Those are good.
Yeah, I mean, so there's no reason for this to buffer as it is. So it is between YouTube and StreamYard. So I don't have bad internet connection.
This is Amish level sexy time. Yes, it is.
And I remind you, that test is with the Jodi stream opened and buffering.
Yeah.
So had I closed down everything and checked, I would have had even better.
It's weird.
So yeah, it's really strange.
This is why I didn't want to host this, because I was
you want
concerned about my internet.
Yeah. And I tried your
Well,
method with
I knew I
downloading
was
it
coming
and
over
then
there
play
to
it
hang
up.
out with him, which
Same
probably
result.
would lead to sex. And
Buffer.
I came into his bedroom and he had he had some toys out on the floor. We didn't do anything with them, but I think he had ideas for it. I don't really know. I looked at him kind of funny and he dropped it.
And what's that?
He dropped it.
Dropped what?
Whatever ideas he had about it.
But you said he wanted you to act younger. There must have been something.
He dropped it.
It was a little train car. It wasn't a whole train or anything. It was just a little, I think it was a red caboose or something.
Did he want you to play with it?
I mean,
Play
I
with his
thought
red caboose?
he
What?
had-
What?
was gonna
What are we
do
talking
something
about
that
now?
incorporated
What is going on?
massage oil and all kinds of things like that. So I wondered what he had in mind with that. And
Choo choo, here comes the train. I mean,
I
no.
don't think I was,
Not
he
in
wasn't
this
very vocal
situation.
about it. He just kind of almost like a massage, but
Oh, we need a transcript
yeah,
of
I
this.
was
This is
there and
like
he wanted
the
me to
whole.
be in the braids
She
that
is the
time.
original Amber Heard. This is like the diarrhea of the mouth, stream of
know.
consciousness
You
everywhere.
don't know. Is this
Yeah.
embarrassing to talk about?
Yes.
According to her, this is what he had. But
When you say you don't know,
there's
So
no evidence of
What
him
else
having
happened?
loads of toys
you know what happened.
in the house.
We ended up having sex, anal sex.
Were you wearing the boys' underwear?
Yes, that time I was.
During or
And you
prior
were
to?
playing with these toys?
I don't know that I could really say playing, but kind of like adult play, I guess you would say.
Adult playing with a red choo-choo train? I am completely lost. I have no idea what's going on.
When you told us earlier that you were of the understanding that Mr. Alexander liked younger women. You mentioned the braids and the schoolgirl outfit. Is there anything else he requested of you that made you believe that?
The toy was apparently a red choo-choo train.
Oh.
There were things I learned about him that made me.
What was that? They were playing hide the bowling pin?
Yeah, too. No, I remembered one of these Amber Heard things that she always did when she almost revealed her lies. Always, okay.
Yeah.
What am I going to say now?
Yeah, she looks very guarded. She's guarding
Yeah.
her face right now. Although, my body language expertise is starting to kick in at this point. But I have no idea what she's trying to say. All of a sudden, a red train came into the picture out of nowhere.
Yeah, and little boy's underwear and braids. They are implying that Mr. Alexander liked very young and boys. I mean,
Exactly. Yeah, just don't play hide and seek with Sarah Boone. But it's
Yep.
okay to play it with Wolverines, in my Whitmer case.
Oh, come on.
American Dreamer, I have no idea why this is relevant, except it's fun story time with Jodi.
Why are you buffering? You all seen what my actual internet speed is. There's no reason for this to buffer.
She said
How about things he requested?
She said he wanted her to be younger and play with kids' toys. Is she saying he's a pedo? Yeah, that's been her argument. Yeah, the little boy underwear and the playing with the toy and putting in her hair in pigtails. That's what she's alluding to.
Yeah.
She also said that she saw some pictures. Although, remember, he was unalived fairly suddenly and unexpectedly. So if these pictures existed, they would probably still be around, yet nobody has them.
Yep.
Of you. Did he request you do anything else to make yourself look younger?
Braids, schoolgirl outfit, Spidey's. I don't remember.
There was a lot of talk on this tape about photo shoots and pornography and the porn star thing and pictures of you with semen on your face.
We missed
making
those
quote
pictures.
unquote legitimate porn. Based on those, it brings up the question, did you and Travis ever videotape yourself while having sex?
Oh, please say yes.
Yes.
Yes. Do we get to see those?
And whose desire was for that to take place?
Please tell me they're played in court, even if just the audio portion we get. That would be so bad.
Yeah, I don't think
And
they
these
will repeat the
videos,
same
how were
mistakes
they-
as in day 6.
How were they made?
On a digital camera. There was only one video. It wasn't plural.
What's that?
There was just one video.
One video.
Malcolm, is the audio
when
portion
was
of the
that
video?
video
I
made?
haven't seen the actual video.
On June 4th, 2008.
But it sounds to me like, so all this talk beforehand in May, you're saying that before June of 2008, there was no recording or pictures or things of that nature. Is that what you're telling us?
No, I'm only telling you that there was no video.
Okay. So we saw the pictures. that
So
were
it's just the
taken
audio
of you
portions.
on June
That's what I
4th
thought. I
of
didn't
2008.
see any video.
Did he take other pictures of you?
Yes.
And when did he do this? Was this a consistent thing that happened on a lot of sexual encounters?
No, it's something I had to, I guess, build up the courage to do. I hadn't done that with previous boyfriends, except one photo that Daryl snapped one time with my phone, and it was deleted. And ironically, the thing I was afraid of is that it would get out, and so I didn't want to do it. And so
What do you mean get out?
he wanted me to email him some pictures, or maybe phone pictures, send him. And he began requesting this very early in our friendship/relationship in 2006, and I refused.
Is that the time on November 11th, 2006, when he sent you a picture of his penis? Is that when he began requesting those pictures?
No, it was prior to that.
Jingles is chasing my cables here.
So he's asking
sometimes.
for a year and a half, 2 years. When do you finally relent?
I let him take pictures of me in July 2007, but they weren't completely nude. My birthday is in July, and so is his. So right before I moved down there, I flew from Oakland to Phoenix just to test the water and kind of see how things work. So we had broken up, and I spent the weekend with him, and he was like the old Travis, like very charming and very loving. And sorry.
How was he acting?
He was treating me very well, almost like he was trying to court me again, and which I believed he was. And it kind of sealed the deal, like for me.
Did his behavior motivate you? Did he talk you into taking the pictures? Did he charm you into it?
He had to do a lot of coaxing and begging and pleading up to that entire point over all those months. So he bought me some lingerie from Victoria's Secret as a birthday gift, and he joked that it was his selfish birthday gift to me. And so when I tried it on, he wanted to take photos, and I let him.
He what?
I let him.
After all this kindness, you relent, you take pictures. What's he take pictures of?
My body.
Well, are they more similar to the pictures of you laying on the bed, or are they more similar to the pictures where he seemingly has the camera a couple inches from your vagina?
I would
Wait,
say
what?
somewhere in between that. He just got different angles up close. That I was wearing lingerie.
Okay. And part of the agreement was to be that these were to be deleted, is that what we're hearing?
Yeah, I told him we can do it only if we delete them after. It was my camera anyway, so they were going to get deleted regardless. But that's how he got me to do it. So we agreed to delete them.
Yeah, Mr. Nurmi and Jodi did not get along at all. And yeah, this might be him getting information out of her that she might not have wanted, or she might have insinuated it to him, and he said, okay, if this is the truth, you have to testify to it.
You know, that's interesting because the judge had given Jodi an instruction at the beginning of day 17 that she must answer the questions that are asked of her, and implying that she's not answering the questions. But this is still direct from her own attorney, which is very weird that she would be evading questions from her own attorney. So apparently there was no love lost between her attorney and her. They did not like each other. So that's interesting.
Oh, Jesus.
Is it buffering again?
Yeah.
51 likes, people, on my channel. You guys, can we win the like battle?
I have 53.
Once you agreed to,
Let's see here.
Someone tells Shaq he wants his tie back. Yeah, that's a long tie, isn't it?
206.54.
I think I bet he thinks it makes him look slimmer.
That was
Long ties make you look thinner. That's what he's going for.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't work. Take it from me.
once you agreed to these initial pictures that happened in July, is that the only time that happened besides June 4th?
no. He wanted to take a few pictures of me while we were at Havasu Pie, and we were alone.
And where are these pictures, ma'am?
Did you relent to that?
I mean, she saved the
Yes,
phone
he'd
record.
been asking
Where is
for over
these
a year,
pictures?
since I didn't want to concede to give. Sorry.
It's improper objection, Judge. Did you
Wait.
wind up taking photographs?
Never mind. No, never mind. I was just trying to figure out what the judge said.
Wind up allowing Mr. Alexander to take photographs of you, nude photographs at Havasu Pie?
No, they weren't nude. They were in my bikini.
Do we have those photos? I feel like
Were you wearing all
I
your
have
bikini?
so many photos of Jodi
Yes.
on my computer.
Were those to be deleted or were those for him to keep?
I wouldn't have let him keep them at that point.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I don't know if they were deleted. Because I think I saved a couple that were normal, like just one of me standing there, and some of us as in a group shot. But the ones he took were a little bit more up close, like cleavage and that kind of thing. So those were deleted.
Cleavage.
Over the course of
Can't
your
have that out there.
relationship, then, were there several of these photo sessions where he would take nude photographs of you and delete them?
Well, I don't know what you mean by several. Do you mean a lot or a little?
Well, how many would you say that there were?
With the lingerie and the bikini and June 4th, I think there were maybe 2 other times.
Okay.
Moni, I agree with you. I don't know when
Besides
we're going to
those
get to that point.
Yes.
I don't understand this defense at all. I think I would have had a better defense.
There was talk in that tape about
If I was
taking
representing
pictures of you with semen on your face. Did he ever do that?
He never took photos of it. That was something we were planning.
Okay.
Katie, KTS, she does have a fan club. In fact, Nick and I both have pictures of her artwork that is sold by her on a website. Someone's hosting it. And
Also,
Yeah, I have an original Jodi
Reference in
Arias,
this too.
and I will show it in the end of the stream.
there's also a Twitter
to
account.
Ehrenberg. Early in your testimony, you had told us about a trip you made to Ehrenberg with Travis. Refresh our memory, when was that?
It would have been in October 2006.
Was that the only trip you made to Ehrenberg?
For that
with
per-
Travis?
Yes. Yes.
And this was the kind of weekend trip that you discussed earlier, right?
Yes.
Okay. You mentioned on the tape about grinding in Ehrenberg. Is that what took place? Apart from oral sex?
Yes.
It also sounds like from the tape, it would be someone listening to the tape, someone would walk away with the impression that he was also proselytizing to you about the Book of Mormon on this trip to Ehrenberg. Is that correct?
I would say so. We discussed some things about it and some of the doctrines, a few stories in the Book of Mormon.
KTS. Jung just put a link to the
this
Jodi art by
weekend
Jodi.
in Ehrenberg includes oral sex, grinding, grabbing your buttocks at a truck stop, and proselytizing about the Book of Mormon. And a movie.
Josh asked and answered.
He's summarizing. And
Right?
a movie.
Is that the weekend?
Yes, and dinner at Sizzler.
Dinner at Sizzler on burning some CDs.
They go to Sizzler. He pulled out all the stops. Truck stop, ass grab, movie, and a
There
dinner
was
at
also
Sizzler.
some talk on the tape.
Yeah, he's romantic.
Introducing Travis
I'll be right back.
to KY. Do you recall hearing that?
Yes.
So we're clear to your understanding, what is KY?
KY is a personal lubricant.
And did you in fact introduce Travis to it?
Yes, I did.
Why?
He refused to buy, well, he was using Astroglide before that with Esther, and she brought that over. He ran out of it eventually and then just went back to Vaseline because he refused to be seen in public buying personal lubricant. So I brought KY over one time, and
And what?
well, on the tape I was about to say that Daryl introduced it to me, but I didn't want to bring up an ex-boyfriend because before that I did mention I was using baby oil. That's what I used in prior relationships because I just never thought of using KY. And so when I began to date Daryl, that's what we used. And so that's what I was familiar with. He was only familiar with the Vaseline and the Astroglide. But Astroglide, I think, was more expensive, or the kind that I saw on the shelf. So rather than buy that, I just went with the brand that I knew and the cheapest version of it.
Nicholas, please pronounce the name of this stuff.
Nope.
KTS. Yes, she's still in prison. She got, well, right now. We're waiting. No spoilers, KT. Damn it. Astroglide.
Yeah, I mean, she's revealing she has experience in making things more comfortable to use God's loophole in
Jimmy's
prior
like,
relationships, and all of a sudden, okay, maybe you brought it to Travis' attention that there is God's little loophole.
Jamie's like, what is happening? So Jamie, she was talking about all kinds of stuff, and then all of a sudden a little toy, a red toy train came into play. There's some pop rocks involved, and now Astroglide. But we're not sure how they all go together just yet.
Yeah, and Vaseline, and yeah, it seems like both had experience in bonus holing.
I don't know what went where, but it's interesting.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure you
What
do.
was-
I'm sure you do.
the KY used for?
The toy train.
For sex,
Anal sex?
all kinds of sex,
All
probably
kinds of
except
sex.
oral.
All the kinds of sex.
All of
Except oral,
That
that's-
leave. Yeah.
That was the Pop Rocks.
Yeah, if you need lubricant for oral sex, somebody has a
also
very
some
small mouth, or
discussion.
somebody has. Yeah.
Oh, and the
About-
Tootsie Pops.
Yeah.
Mr. Alexander, and I'm paraphrasing here, tying you to a tree and putting it in your ass all the way.
Oh yes, this was his fantasy.
What was that a reference to your understanding?
She said she liked the foundations and talking about the time when she said she liked it.
Rephrase the question.
On this tape, you talk about, Mr. Alexander talks about how he wants to zip tie you to a tree and put it in your ass deep, right?
Wow.
Remember that?
Got vocal.
Yes.
There's no
This is
mistake
what we
in
needed.
We're talking about here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
there's no mistake.
Don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah. Press that
What
thumbs
was
up.
that a reference to?
That was a reference to a photo shoot that he wanted to do out in the woods somewhere. And he had a fantasy that he had had for quite some time since before I met him, where he wanted to,
That's not a foundation.
She's describing it, Your Honor.
The way it works is I make the objection, we rule.
Yes.
So,
Follow up with another question. Sustained.
He wanted to do a photo shoot of what?
he wanted me to dress up like Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh my God, there's so many Little Red Riding Hood now. Schoolgirl,
You said
Little Red Riding Hood.
It was to take
Superman
place
underwear.
in the woods. Where?
Well, he wanted me to find a spot because he was coming up to
Hi,
Arias.
Baker.
There is a lot of forest up there. So there are trails and things near a park called Greenhorn. It's toward the southern end of town. And it goes into the woods quite a ways. And I figured if we
Rosie is
went
all
early in the
into
morning
this.
or late at night, we could find a spot there and we wouldn't have to worry about any hikers or anybody coming upon us, because that would have been mortifying.
Yeah, great
So-
success. She's all over the
Were
place. This
you-
is very Amber Heard-ish testimony.
Yeah.
Tentative about having sex in public?
Very much, yes.
You also made the comment in reference to this incident that it's so debasing. I like it.
Farrell, we don't have much more of the
You
tape,
recall saying that?
but
or
now
hearing
she's
you
going
say
into
yourself
story
like that?
time,
Yes,
which is
yeah.
much more entertaining.
Mm.
Less
What did
cringy.
you mean by that?
Well, when he said tie you to a tree and put it in your ass, the first image that flew to mind was this scene from the movie Me, Myself, and Irene, where toward the end, there's some kind of antagonist or bad guy or some guy in the movie where he is tied to a tree with his arms around the tree and his pants are pulled down, and a chicken or a duck or a goose or something, his beak and head are shoved up his butt, and it was a really awful scene in the movie. It's supposed to be funny, but it was disgusting to me. So when he said that, and I could only think that man, not that that really happened, it was just a movie, but I thought how degrading. And so I said that. And then as I said, how it's so degrading, I didn't want him to feel bad for expressing
good
himself
movie.
and his fantasies. So I quickly added, I like it, just so he didn't feel like
Sure.
insulting
Sure.
his
Sure.
personal fantasies.
Good morning, Dave.
Pleasing him was still important to you, even in May of 2008 after you'd moved back home?
Yes.
Is this why
This is not hearsay, KT.
you made many a comment to him, complimentary? Is Is this why you complimented his stamina?
Suggestion maybe.
Call the roll. Can we answer?
Yes, Travis thrived on compliments.
Well, yeah, if
Is
you
this
heard
why
her
you
sexy
call
time
him
tape, she
Super
definitely
King?
liked a lot of this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, initiated it, you can say
Is
as
this
well.
why you were so complimentary of his genitalia?
Yes.
Complimentary of his genitalia? That's how you say that. So, that's the courtroom way of saying, did you compliment his dick?
The orgasms or the sounds you made on the tape that might be normally associated with orgasms, were those real orgasms or did you fake it?
I was faking him.
Why?
I need to put a poll up.
Well, I was on the phone.
Yeah. Okay. The previous poll. Will you be taking pointers to spice up your S life from this trial? Yes, 14%. No, but yes, maybe 26%. Or no, 58%. And next poll. Do you think she faked the
There we go. All right, my poll's up. Was Jodi faking? Yes, no, yes, and I'm a guy, so I know. No, and I'm a guy, so I know.
did it simple. Do you think she faked the orgasms? Yes or no?
I'm sorry, next hole? Yeah, apparently they move on from hole to hole. She is
Yeah.
a three-hole wonder, as identified by Travis to his friends. Let's face it, she cut his throat. This is all playground stuff to her. Well, very true,
take your
KT.
time.
I was faking them because, well, there's several reasons. One, I wanted him to be, well, he was turned on by it. So I wanted him to be turned on. I wanted him to like it. And also I was faking it because I can't, well, when I'm on the phone, when I do something like that, like masturbating requires both hands. So I couldn't use just one and actually reach that point. So I just faked it so that he could, like, he was very mean to me during some of this period of time at times. And when he wanted phone sex or something like that, he was really nice. And I liked that side of him. So I wanted to prolong it and I guess you could say draw it out or enjoy it while it lasted because he would turn into Mr. Hyde soon or whatever the analogy is.
Do you think Amber Heard listened to this trial before? Because here we have that the monster. I knew them. He was nice, but I knew the monster would show up. Yeah. Yeah. The original.
This is before first time. Yeah, she is the original Amber Heard.
Mm.
Johnny
Yeah.
got lucky that Amber was famous enough that she knew that if she unalived him, that would be worse for her.
Yeah. And Miss, if you need both hands, you know you can have the phone beside you on the pillow. I mean,
Well, Salvador's good with one hand, he says.
yeah.
So those things were pleasing to him.
Okay. This begs a question, Jodi.
We are having a like war, me and David, since we are dual streaming this, and this means that people are jumping back and forth to press the thumbs up. We are currently having about 100 viewers, so me having
I have to go. We have to end the stream. I
Okay.
have more than you. No, I'm just kidding. I have more likes than you. We got to end now.
Let's keep it a few more minutes here, and no, but this is a good point. 2:21:30, and
Okay.
yeah,
So that is more of Jodi. We have for everyone who is new here, by the way, every Tuesday and Saturday we cover Jodi at noon Eastern and 6 p.m. Swedish time. So we didn't have a lot more of the sex tapes today, but we did have her testimony regarding them, which I feel like is a little more fun because she is. It's all kinds of cringy, talking about all the candy and everything involved, and then somehow I got to go back and listen. I don't know how the train came into it, and then all of a sudden KY Jelly was involved, but I'm not sure where the train goes. I don't know where the train went. We didn't get to that part yet.
yeah,
But yes, when I was in Sweden last week, I brought.
yeah. This is my original Jodi Arias. I will try to have it framed.
That's very
That's
cool.
all. Yeah.
I did not purchase it for Nick, but I was the messenger that brought it to
Yeah.
him. Someone else sent it to me to bring to Nick.
Yeah, and thank you. And the person who gifted, it's really, really nice of you. And I will frame it, and I will put it up there instead of that one.
Be perfect.
Yeah.
And if you guys realize, I don't have my Jodi legs behind me. One, I'm moving my studio, and two, I am currently in Texas. So, but we stop everything for Jodi every day, noon Eastern time, or every Tuesday and Saturday.
Yeah. Tuesdays a little shorter, and Saturdays a little longer stream, because Tuesdays we might have other trials to cover and stuff, so we can fit it into a lunch break or something like that, since it's noon Eastern time. So, yeah.
Let's see. Travis is unflavored gelatin. Vanilla is way too good for him. Yeah, unflavored gelatin. That's what they are. They are unflavored gelatin. That's even better than vanilla.
Yeah. And I have this notion that the person actually initiating this kinky stuff, that's Jodi.
Well,
At least
you hear it in the sexy time talk recording. You hear it's definitely Jodi that initiated it. And then Travis didn't want to get off the call, and she kept pushing the issue and continued down the conversation.
Hey, nice. Hi, Rosie. Glad you found me.
But also,
Okay.
anyone who's watching on my stream is going to be redirected over to Salvador's stream. That's going to be starting shortly. I saw him in the chat saying he's starting in a few.
Yeah, same here. And let's see here. Yeah,
Saturday shenanigans after Jodi. All right. That's the stream call.
You have 3 more likes than me. That's not.
All right, and I got, I think, more super chats. I win
Let's
across
see
the
here.
board today.
Yeah, but I won in gifted memberships.
That's true.
Yeah.
We're all
Yeah,
victorious
so
here. And everyone has won for having listened to to the stream with Jodi. I ended the poll. Let's see where we're at. So was Jodi faking? 54% said that Jodi was faking on my stream.
On my stream, it is 78% who thinks she faked it.
Well, I also had yes, which won 54, no, 29%, and then no, and I'm a guy, so I know, was 12%, and yes, and I'm a guy, so I know, was 4%.
Yeah. I know through my analytics that I have roughly around 70-75% females who watch my streams. So that, actually fits quite in that the guy said, no, she didn't. And the women said, oh, yeah, she did.
Lefty, if you want, I will bring a shirt home for you. I got this down here in Galveston. Pretty slick.
Yeah. Hawaiian shirt of sorts.
This is Boogaloo. This is a Boogaloo shirt now, apparently.
Okay.
According to the FBI.
According to the... All right. Well, that was Jodi Arias for today. I also will send everybody over to Sal's stream, and I think he will start it as soon as he can. Oh, we both have 67 likes.
See, you kept it long enough.
So, so with the 67 likes, we are on a draw. David won the super chats, and I won the gifted memberships.
All right, there we
So
go.
it's a draw.
even.
It's
a draw today.
It's even. Yeah. So with that, thank you all for showing up. I will see you all on Tuesday for next Jodi Day, or tomorrow at Serial Killer Sunday. That will be a Rumble only video. I will post the link on my channel in the community page and on my Discord. Thank you all for showing up, and
I was
have a nice
muted.
day.
Take care,
Yeah.
guys. Bye.
Bye.